Dilution. In this part of demonstration, a hydrochloric acid sample is accurately diluted to 1/10 of the original concentration. A pipette and a volumetric flask are used during dilution. First, rinse the volumetric flask with deionized water at least twice. Then, rinse the beaker with deionized water at least twice. Rinse the beaker with a small amount of the acid sample. Repeat rinsing at least twice. The purpose of doing so is to avoid dilution of the sample solution by the water left in the beaker. The acid sample used as rinsing purpose will be discarded as waste. Pour an appropriate amount of acid sample into the beaker. Prepare another clean beaker for rinsing pipette. First, rinse the pipette with deionized water. Draw a small amount of deionized water into the pipette. Hold the pipette horizontally and rotate it to rinse the pipette interior completely. Let the water drain out from the tip of the pipette. Repeat rinsing with deionized water. Dry the outside of the pipette tube with a piece of tissue paper. Rinse the pipette with a small amount of the acid sample. Repeat the rinsing at least twice. The purpose of doing so is to avoid dilution of the sample solution by the water left in the pipette. To dilute the sample solution accurately, draw the sample solution into the pipette with a pipette filler until the solution level is slightly above the graduation at the bottleneck. Block the opening of the pipette quickly with the index finger. Turn the pipette slowly to allow the solution to drain out slowly until the bottom of the solution meniscus just reaches the graduation. Check if there is any air bubble formed inside the pipette. If there is any, treat the pipette appropriately before proceeding to the next step. Dry the outside of the pipette tube with a piece of tissue paper. Transfer the solution in the pipette to a rinsed volumetric flask. Keep the pipette vertically and relax the index finger to allow the solution to drain along the inner wall of the volumetric flask. After all solution drained out, let the pipette tube to touch the inner wall of the volumetric flask to make sure that accurate amount of the solution is transferred to the flask. The last drop of solution left at pipette tube should not be blown out by a pipette filler. Add deionized water until the solution meniscus reaches the graduation at the bottleneck. Stopper the flask and invert it several times to ensure complete mixing.